So today I want to talk about contraction, range, and flexion. Not in those order. Usually, okay. Let's just do an example of range. All right, your muscle is able to do in this range. You know, you're able to. This is the whole range of this muscle, right? You're using always bicep, tricep. This is always the easiest example. You're able to do this when there's a contraction, right? This is a contraction, which we're terming as a knot. This is the range that it can go. Okay? And this is a contraction that's a permanent contraction. Okay? And when there's a, this is called a knot. And sometimes when we term as atrophied muscles is when there's a range, you can kind of sometimes still move it, but it can't contract. Okay? It's not in a state. Okay? Flexion, you don't, when you're talking about flexion, it doesn't, it's a totally different matter. It's when you just squeeze the muscle. You could squeeze the muscle without even moving without movement. You tense the muscle. I've been thinking about this for a while. Past videos too. Okay? So you can contract it. You can contract the muscle without flexion. When you squeeze the muscle, that's when you flex the muscle, flexion. You can flex the muscle throughout the whole range, or you can just you take your arm without even flexion, and you can just, this is the range of your arm without, this is the range. You take your arm and just range, right? You can actually contract the muscle without flexion, okay? And then you can take the whole range without flexion. So it's two factors. In the bodybuilding, it took me a long time. I did this, now I'm thinking about it, it's so wrong. I did it so wrong. You would go to the gym and you think you're doing it right, but you have to actually purposely think about flexion and flexion throughout the whole range of the whole muscle. So, from contraction to extension. Oh my gosh, you have to really know, you have to be self-aware, because us being, we're taught in school, you just have to exercise, but no, bodybuilding, it's more complicated. You actually have to flex the muscle and take it through the whole range from contraction to extension. This is very terminological, but this is so important. So these are two factors that I did not get starting to understand, because since we're sedentary, we actually lose. Okay, there's knots, and then with knots we lose our range, and we don't. Sometimes it's atrophied, so we can't even tense it. So sometimes you can tense it, but you can't contract it. So these are all factors that I'm still trying to piece together for us and explain it so we can easily understand it.